Losing the fungus is exactly why I can get behind the walking turrets. It's so much more fun not to be expected to do one build. Not to feel like, now my run begins. To, you know, it's just more freedom. Oh, I hope they add the Hyper Threader. That's the one I want. That's the thing that I want in this video game. Though I could definitely see that destroying frame rates, like, terribly. Hyper Threader shot lasers that homed in on an enemy when you hit an enemy. Oh yeah, of course Scepter would be cool. Everyone wants the Scepter back. Movement speed early on is nice. Yeah, I think that the resonance disc is the laser turbine. Really? Again? I'm only good at using this as commando when I have the crown. Doesn't look like there's anything over there, so I'm just not going to take the time and go over there. That's open. I will go in there. Since I'm only 2 minutes in, it's not that bad yet. Yeah, you know, I'm also pretty interested in the possibility of a run based around the tincture now. That's like way better than it was before. Like, if you get a bunch of repulsion plates and then build around razor wire, like, it would be stupidly good. Probably in an unfun way. Yeah, sure, I'll take safety. But it would be interesting to do once, for sure. Alright. Back to the teleporter we go. Tincture makes a sphere around you that does damage based on your health to enemies. I don't know how much, at the cost of damaging you over time. And it can definitely kill you. %120% of your max health per tick. At the cost of how much health? You just have to keep holding the click to shoot more than one harpoon. %5 of your health per tick to you. One of my lads died. Oh, I'm also dying. I should pay attention for that. Alright, so I specifically would like to kill everyone. And we've got a little time anyway. Use this. Definitely take another status effect just in case we get a death mark. We're making good time so far. I think that having the alternate skills is a reason not to add the scepter, but I think it's also just as much reason to add the scepter. Because it's that much more variety they can add, right? I want that for the boys. It's an item I really don't want from the first game. Oh, I'm sure there's one. But what is it? Honestly, there are probably more than one. But what are they? Was I always disappointed to see spike strips? I don't like care about spike strips. Like, I don't hate it that much. It's not great, but I'm not like strongly opinionated about that one. Definitely. Gotta build for me too sometimes. More ATG missiles would be cool, but like I think that our ATG, like just I think it's good enough. I don't think we need the red item launching 3 because we can already launch 1 for every attack really easily. I'm sure there are some use items that I would hate to see. Oh, I want to go get that. I think that bringing back Wicked Ring would be a mistake. The item would be so extremely unbalanced, but it'd probably be fun. So, like, I think they should absolutely not do it, but like, no one would be unhappy. Golden Gun would be neat. I mean, I hope they don't bring back life savings. Smart Shopper would be busted, but I would still like it. The sniper scope, that could, yeah, that would probably be fun. Brain stocks definitely are the new Wicked Ring. Like, they are filling that purpose pretty effectively. Alright, I'm gonna go now. Oh, that's the bug they're fixing? Okay. I understand now. I just noticed that using the harpoons resets the cooldown on the the mines. Because they mentioned a cooldown reset bug. It's when I use the harpoons every time the mine cooldown resets. See? Oh, I'm in the way. Let me turn myself off there. That's what they're gonna fix. Or hopefully that's what they're gonna fix. Because if that's not a bug, I don't know what is. I didn't know that Bandolier only refilled one harpoon either. That probably should be fixed. Why no blue portal? I'm saving my moon runes. Ifrit's boss item would be cool. So would the legendary spark. Why don't I go to the blue portal to the purple portal? Because void fields are like trash in my opinion. It's a cool system that you should never take advantage of, is how I treat myself regarding it. Like, you never want anything to do with it, even if it's neat. Now, of course, it's a frozen timer, and you can always get through like 1-2 waves, and if it starts looking bad, you can leave mid-wave, but I'm just not... I'm not trying to optimize that hard, basically. What do the void fields offer? Some items. Like, you get an item for every wave you complete. There are 9 waves, each one harder than the last. If you complete them, yeah, I mean, they're guaranteed in which rarities they are. The first, like, 3 or something, or 4 are white, and then there are a couple greens, and there's a red at the end. So if you can survive through whatever random BS you get, then yeah, it's great. No timer, and you just get a red item. But it's like just really random and kind of dumb. So I just don't do it because I don't think it's fun. You think first stage is reasonable to do it? I guess, like, the enemies that it can select are a lot more, like, minimal. It can't select, like, Clay Templars with some real garbage on the first stage, so that's fair. But yeah, and enemies shouldn't have items. It's like a fun meme that I'm not about. How strong would Burning Witness be? Probably not very. I mean, the speed up would be nice. don't think that a fire trail is useful, though. I mean, we can already see how effective a fire trail is, technically, just by getting the aspect of fire, whatever it's called. I don't think that's too useful. It sure is effective against you, yeah. Like, that's not too surprising. A lot of, like, in giving enemies items, we talk about things that are way more useful for enemies killing you than for you killing enemies. That's basically one of them. So I full cleared this level, and I'm still like super far ahead. Might have skipped like a small amount of stuff, but not like really. I'm not too keen on the idea of Heaven Cracker, but I'm sure that it could be re-implemented in a way that would still be interesting, I guess. I have to go the long way around because I can't jump up here. Ow. Okay, that's good for my turrets. I swear, there are like way more glacial enemies. I just always feel like I'm avoiding a glacial explosion. Anyway, we're out of there at 18 minutes, which is like great. Yeah, $200 tier 1 chests. That's like the cheapest I ever make it here at, which means that that's $32.15. That looks closed. Perfect. That's what I want to see. So that thing I did there where I like wiggled, that actually does lock on faster. But it's only really particularly easy to do on small enemies. Like larger enemies, it's really hard to go past and, you know, back and forth onto their hitbox such that it'll lock on again quickly. Yeah, it also scales with attack speed, I'm sure. But like, you don't need it. Because you can just do that. But if you're a controller player, or you don't like doing that because you don't like that it's like hard to look at, then yeah. Killed one of my turrets. Gotta give him damage before I get mobility that I don't really need. I say don't really need, but I definitely need it, but like it's fine. Wow, this is like 3 great options. I don't have a band, so that's the play. Oh, that was a red whip. I thought it was a different item, and I already forgot what item I thought it was. But still, 2 great options. Red whip is still kind of useful for the turrets anyway, so. I don't know how good I think squids are. Like, I haven't really figured it out yet. But I mean, fireworks are great. Anything that, like, you get both of them, you get more damage from existing. No complaints here, right? Yeah, we'll take damage reduction. I believe it is 5 flat damage per stack. But the minimum damage you can take from something is 1. So, first off, you're probably not going to get 200 of them for when something late game decides to do 1,000 damage to you and one-shot you. But if you do, then, you know, good for you. But, like, it's useful for small attacks and for any kinds of self-damage that you might be taking. There's the death mark. It blocks any damage intake. What are engineer's best items? Depends. If you're using the stationary turrets, then the answer is just fungus. Do I think I'm gonna get 3215 from this though? Like, the answer is no, I don't. I'm gonna have to farm. So be it. Guess I activate it and then I farm if I have to. If you're using the moving turrets, then your best items are probably like some movement stuff and attack speed, focus crystal. Anything that reduces the damage that the turrets take. So invisibility, armor platings, stuff like that. It's just like you're stocking up for three characters, basically. So you want things that give all of you benefits as much as possible. Oh yeah, on hits are great. I mean, everyone wants on hits. Like, for the most part, the best items for any given character are the same best items for every given character. Engineer isn't a character that benefits as greatly from something like a backup mag. Like, it's not the same as Artificer or Huntress, for example, where you really, really want backup mags, or Mercenary, for example. But for the most part, like, everyone wants the same stuff. It's just like, if you have stationary turrets, Fungus becomes incredibly valuable. And if you have walking turrets, movement speed gets a little more value. And then you become able to use Focus Crystal better. So, I mean, that's just kind of like... It's the best class in the game, the class that you like the most, probably. A lot of people are going to have different opinions. Mine is Rex. Engineer's a solid pick too. Mercenary is real good if you're good with the character. I've spent like 50 lunar coins since this update came out, and I have barely replenished any. And also just always going for lunar coins just kind of makes builds feel a lot more the same. So I'm just playing casually. I'm not trying to unlock anything, so I'm just not really going for them. Just kind of saving up the lunar coins again. Get back up near 300. Like, I don't think that lunar coins or that lunar items really make the game more fun. I think that they make some aspects of the game more consistent. Basically. So, like, not getting them, to me, honestly adds variety. So I don't really mind. I don't think about it too much. Oh, I have enough money now. Away we go. Loader is a very strong character as well, definitely. Alright, elite turrets could be fun. I don't get that many kills personally, so I won't be that elite. But the turrets can get pretty powerful. You kind of want Acrid in what sense? I mean, Acrid is a solid character in a lot of ways, but I think that Acrid isn't a super well-designed character as far as gameplay, personally. To unlock? Oh, go for it. The void fields are pretty doable if you just need to do them once. How do you effectively use Acrid? In my opinion, you just use the second skill and the fourth skill and just play a ranged character with a useless first attack. The default passive is probably better. Because it does, you know, percentage-based damage. Yeah, it'll be way better in the late game, and way better, like, at certain particular encounters that you will likely have it within your run. So the alternate passive is, like, it's pretty satisfying. I like it. But I would say it's almost definitely worse. So it's just, like, a fun thing. Oh, one of them's dead. Convenient. That means I can have one with me without inconveniencing the other. Even if the primary applies the poison, it's still bad. Like, I don't think that the primary can be useful. Oof. Neat. That would be better, yeah. I agree. It'd be better. Dang, out of range. Is it really gonna chase that? Like, you'll never make it in time. So I'll actually spend all the time here, even if I fall behind the 40-minute mark. Because I am looking for something here. Like, this map matters a little more. I tried Acrid's alternate second skill when I played Acrid earlier today, and honestly, it went alright. I really hated not being able to deal with sky garbage, like, effectively at all. But, like, for enemies that I could attack at melee range, that it felt pretty strong. Like, it was good. How do you scale Acrid? Mostly movement speed, honestly. Like, if you can, cooldown. Like, the ability to use your skills more. So bandoliers, backup mags, brain stocks are like your best items, and movement speed. Oh, this is bad. I don't want to be there. I picked it up and it squeaked. Perfect timing. I'm going to give credit to the new one, not the fact that I already had two. I already have... Do I not have razor wire? I guess I'm getting razor wire instead of another ukulele. It might not be the right play, but it's a decent play. Like, it's an option. Oh my god, it's too expensive. I hate it here. Now I have enough money. Okay, things out of the way. Yeah, definitely. On-hit stuff is really good for Acrid as well. If you're using the like default passive, especially, because then the one heart, like the one health thing, leaving them at one health doesn't matter as much because the extra on-hit items will just kill them. Yeah, that stuff does a ton of damage. It's pretty nuts. Nice. Alright, you can have it. Also nice. And this song's a little too repetitive for me. I'm not a huge fan. Okay, that time I'm definitely getting the wisp. Finally. Owie. I'm fine though? Yeah, like, this part just goes on for like 2 minutes straight, and it's like, well, okay, but what if there were more? That's basically how I feel. guess they're just having fun up there. I mean, that's all well and good because I already have 2 charges back, so I can just summon them again when I start the teleporter event. Which is where? I forgot. I'll solve it eventually. Yeah, drones are kind of trash in this game, and I wonder if they're going to do anything about that. Or if they're on, like... oh, it's right there. Well, arms race and drones were so good in the first game that we're just going to leave them bad. I mean, I don't know that I think that I want arms race in particular. Though then again, maybe it wouldn't really matter. Maybe it wouldn't be like such a huge game changer in this game. But like, I definitely want drones to not be useless because they're pretty much useless. But even though they get glass, they just die, right? Am I incorrect about that? This is bad. Well, red chests spawn randomly on every map after the 4th map. Theoretically, at least. So you should be able to get a red chest here. Maybe. There goes one. Well, it's easier to have drones stick by you in the first game. 2D game. A lot less on the screen. I mean, yeah, I prefer... Okay, conceptually, I prefer red chests being able to spawn on every level. Because then you don't have to farm on one level for a really long time. You can kind of naturally accrue over time. But since they made the drop rate, like the spawn rate, so incredibly low, it's basically like there's just one per loop now. So... I mean, yeah, it was nicer to be able to get more, a lot more consistently with the way it was before, but it's not so bad, like, theoretically. I think they could increase the spawn slightly, and then it would feel right. Because I feel like right now I see one at most every 10 runs, and that's not frequent enough. Whereas before you would get, you know, 2 or 3 on one level regularly. So I think that if I saw one extra red chest every like 3 runs, I'd be pretty happy with that. Maybe even a little less, maybe 5 runs. I think that 10 runs is being like super generous. I think that's me saying that I see one a lot, when in fact I see them never. I go days without seeing them. Oh, I'm like so close. Question is, where are the lads at? There's one of the lads. Oh, there's the other. Getting over here eventually. Is there a red chest spawn in the snow area? No. The only red chest that you guaranteed get is on Abyssal Depths. All others, once you've been to the 4th level, then there's a small chance that one randomly spawns on every level for the rest of the run. But when I say small chance, it's extremely small. So you pretty much never see them. I mean, you'll get more reds from anything than from red chests. Hey, look. That's a nice one. Since I'm actually trying to use several skills. Like, of course, the nice part about the red chests is they're guaranteed reds. But, yeah, they're just so uncommon. Both turrets are still alive, so I'm just going to leave them to do their thing. Catch up eventually and make some money along the way. Oh, they're running. Like, if they're walking past stuff and they're not attacking, that means they're actually sprinting. No, they've always sprinted, we just didn't, like, think so. We didn't have the tools to notice most of the time. Like, I'm sure some people knew. But they've actually always sprinted. If they're far enough away from you and they decide they want to catch up to you, they'll sprint to do it. That was a pretty small detour. Didn't really matter. I've probably picked up items since then. Wow, I just got my first cautious slug. I didn't even realize. So I'm going to resummon them. That's kind of nasty. I mean, it won't likely threaten my turrets. Might threaten me, though. Can I climb up here? Perfect. They are dead. Yeah, they're not doing too hot. I do have another one, though. Nice, before the teleporter was actually at 99. That's pretty good. Not getting an infusion isn't that uncommon. Like, I mean, you know, it's reasonable. I also don't really care about infusion too much. I don't know how often it makes a difference. I could just be underestimating, of course. It's kind of nice for the turrets. Of course, they start at no infusion stacks and have to get one for every kill each. So they build it pretty slow, and then you resummon them before they even build that much, and then they're back to 0. But you know, if they stay out long enough, it could be nice, I guess. Yeah, it's probably nice for Huntress having really low health. And I mean, the buff to it is definitely, like, huge for the item, at least. Even if it's not huge for your run. Because say you have 10 of them, at least you're getting 10 health per kill finally. Like, no matter what, you're only 100 kills away from the max infusion bonus. So that part is great. My first fungus for my turrets. No, if you get 100, it's only 1 kill from 100 health. But the max bonus, you're still 100 kills away. That's why I worded it like that. Did they fix the pools telling you which pearl you get? Because, like, it still says pearl. So I assumed it would still say whatever the other pearl is called that I don't remember. Irradiant pearl. But obviously the irradiant pearl is real uncommon, so... I've gotten 2 irradiant pearls from ones that said pearl. That's a shame. That just means I'll never go for it, basically. It's funny because... E-Cookie, thank you for the 2-month sub. Thanks so much. Oh, I appreciate you sticking around, my friend. What I was gonna say, it's funny because I've picked up 2 irradiant pearls, but both times the game crashed. So my collection count says 0, but I have it in my, like, item log. So I have an item I haven't found in my item log, which is, you know, I think that's pretty fun. But, like, I found it, so I don't really care that much. But, like, after this run, if I remember, I'll show it that it's there, but I have none. Oh yeah, it's real good, but it's just so rare, 4%. Like a 1 in 25 chance is just... even though I expected it was unintended, I didn't really even have a problem with the pools telling you what you get if you pinged it. I mean, it promotes you not having that, like fixing that, it promotes you risking or changing your build more, which is, you know, probably for the better. But I just, yeah, exactly. I just won't interact with the system anymore. Unless, of course, I get a lunar item that I don't want. They're alive? How are they alive? What? They're amazing. Yeah, I guess that's how I would use it as well. If I happen to find a cleansing pool, then maybe I'll take interest in any lunar buds that are on the level. Well, I mean, here's the thing. If you're collecting beads, that means that you're buying, like you're going to the bazaar and you're buying beads consistently. That's an expensive hobby if you just want to get an Irradiant Pearl. That's kind of a waste of lunar coins. Just for the chance that you get a cleansing pool on a level in your run, which is like not even that common. Like if you just want to collect the item, I guess, sure. But I think that seems a little absurd to me. Oh. I'm being raided. Seriously, hands in the air, we have you surrounded. Didn't have me surrounded enough, though. This makes me not. It makes me not. That's like actually all I need to say. Oh, I'm getting, okay, we're good. It's almost dead. Okay, now don't have a revive. Did not in fact have a revive. Oh, yep, hands in the air. I don't know where the Void Reaver is, but I don't like it. I found the Void Reaver. My turrets are going to die. Pretty much guarantee you that much. Only one. Not bad. There's this weird amount of, like, cooldown wait period after you throw a mine before you can enter the, like, UI for harpoons. And I keep trying to shoot harpoons too soon after, and I'm like, wait, what's going on? Why is my screen not doing the thing? Should you pick up Transcendence as Huntress if you want? Transcendence is like an okay item, I guess, right? Like, if your build isn't really good at healing, then it's a fine pickup. But like, if you have a bunch of healing and you can get from low health to high health quickly, probably not.